Welcome back. It's now been 7 months since a jury found Adam Fravel guilty of murdering his ex-girlfriend, Maddie Kingsbury. But the battle over access to their children just finished this past week. Kingsbury disappeared in March 2023 after dropping off their kids at a Winona daycare. After months of searching, authorities found her body and arrested Fravel. He was ultimately convicted of killing her and is now serving life in prison. But this entire time, he's also been fighting for access to the kids. Now, in an exclusive interview, Kingsbury's parents are speaking out about the grueling process to gain parental rights of their grandkids. And now they're calling for change. Lou Raguse spoke with them.
When Adam Fravel was sentenced to life in prison without parole in December, many might have assumed he no longer had parental rights. After all, a jury convicted him of murdering the mother of his children.
Everybody assumes that, and they're really dumbfounded and stupefied that that's not the case, and that we have to go through what we've had to go through to get his parental rights terminated.
David and Kathy Kingsbury, Maddie Kingsbury's father and stepmother, just spent tens of thousands of dollars in legal costs to make sure Fravel wouldn't have the right to contact his kids or review their medical records.
He thought he should have contact, whatever that meant. Over the course of the years, I'm sure he was thinking visits. But he wanted to be able to check in with the mental health professionals that are helping with the kids, just to see how they were doing, is what he was putting it.
David and Kathy have been taking care of Ellie and Noah since Maddie disappeared. Before her body was found, Fravel took them to court for a custody hearing. Despite everything, they say the kids are doing as well as one can expect.
The children are thriving. They're doing fine. They know about what happened. They don't need that monster in the background lurking.
And this is home, and they want to stay here forever.
They plan to push for legislative action so that if a parent kills another parent, they will lose parental rights automatically. The Kingsburys hope they are finally done facing Adam Fravel.
He said, "Can I go now?" When he got up and disappeared through that door, I was very happy to see him go, and thinking we'll never have to see him again,
I would hope.
It's been just about 4 months since the lives of 80 people were turned upside down when their Delta plane flying from Minneapolis made a dramatic crash landing in Toronto. Amazingly, everyone made it out alive. We introduced you to one of the passengers, John Nelson, on Sunrise yesterday morning. Now we have more on his story, the moments after the crash and getting back in touch with his wife back home.
It's both the fastest, blurriest, and most vivid memory all at the same time, right? I can distinctly remember the plane like rolling over and everything going upside down. It caught fire, right? Like you could feel the heat through the side of the plane. When we finally came to rest, every single person inside there was dangling upside down. And then it's like, what do you do?
And he was still on the plane, out of his seat. I heard procedure in the background. I could hear some people upset, but I specifically remember hearing the flight attendants. I heard them say, "Are you okay? We'll be back. Are you okay? We'll be back." Or, like, I could tell they were methodically going seat to seat. His recollection is different, but that's what I could hear over the phone.
What did he say to you on the phone?
There was panic. He said, I remember him saying, we're upside down. I smell fuel, it's hot. And I said, then just get off. Go, what are you doing? Get off the plane. And he said, okay, and he kind of talked me through what was going on. I talked to him until he said, here's the flight attendant, it's my turn. I love you, bye. Okay, I love you, bye.
About 5 minutes after that call, John messaged his family. The video the entire world will soon see.
Our plane crashed. It's upside down. Fire department's on site.
At that point, part of me knew, I was like, well, you're okay. You're off this plane that's upside down and on fire, and it's okay.
We're all getting off. Some smoke going on.
Once Amanda knew John was safe, she said her family support system was activated. For John, it was about coming to grips about what just happened and getting back home, which is where he said the Delta Care team stepped in to help.
In the immediate hours and days after, all of our luggage was still on the airplane. I had my backpack with my passport and my phone, my laptop, but everything else was on the plane.
Delta provided the passengers with a hotel, new clothes, and $30,000, no strings attached.
It came across to me, at least, as, hey, they're just trying to make sure that we had the money available for that moment.
The airline also provided everyone a way to get home. For John, he wasn't planning on getting onto another plane anytime soon.
It was kind of a race to get us a car service. So Delta was trying as hard as they could. They eventually found an actual Delta employee to drive us.
3 days from the plane crash and a 14-hour drive from Toronto to Bayport, Minnesota, John was finally home.
We kind of watched him walk in the door, and what do you say? We had what we wanted. He was home.
There's just no words to describe that, probably.
Well, the question so many have had for John is, will he fly again? And the answer is yes, although with great hesitation. His family had a trip planned to go to Hawaii, and he didn't want to live in fear, so they went and had a wonderful time. Stick with us. More news and weather's coming up after the break.